Hello friends, I am Allie and welcome to my storage room clean out video. So this storage room clean out video was completely inspired by me wanting to put away all of my Halloween decorations and put them into our storage room in a nice way. This is everything we put out for the Halloween season. And also we had just taken down my son's crib and got him a big boy bed. So let me show you the storage room. This is such an amazing space, but as you can see, we could not even get into it because we had put away our Christmas decorations and everything from the previous year on this side completely horribly, as if we would never have to get into it except at Christmas time. This side of the, it's divided into two sides. This side is where all the Halloween decorations are stored, Valentine's, Easter, memorabilia. We're talking lots and lots of photos and photo albums. Everything that I had even from high school is in this space. And then our travel stuff like luggage. So if you like this kind of content, please hit that subscribe button. And here is the storage room clean out. So I started by getting everything on this side of the room, basically out of the room. Now in many of my videos, if this is not your first time, you know I have a supervisor that is named Lollipop. She likes to check out everything I am doing when I am doing it. And of course, she's going to make a great appearance in this video, checking out how to get under that cabinet right there. So I worked on just pulling everything from this side out, except for all of the memorabilia, photo albums, things like that I didn't worry about. Then what I did once I had space cleared is I actually measured these shelves. Now, this storage space is so awesome, but the previous owner of our home loved using a drill to hang everything, and I am talking everything, photos, these shelves, everything was hung with a drill. So those shelves are all literally drilled into the unit. There's no moving them or anything. And of course, all of the bins I moved with when we bought this house 7 years ago, and actually this week is our 7-year anniversary of owning this home. All the bins I moved with didn't fit. So really all of these shelving units have never really held bins. All of our storage has been on the floor, similar to what you're seeing right here, only in that space. So because of that, I moved everything out and then I grabbed the measuring tape and I actually measured all the space and then found a couple bins that were from my office clean out, which you can check out here. And I actually checked to see if those bins worked on the shelves. All the shelves are locked in at different heights. So each shelf had different amount of space that I could use. And then right after I measured everything, I ordered those bins and I was very excited. So the only downfall was having to wait for shipping to get all those bins delivered. So I used what bins I had extra from the office clean out. And I started moving decorations into those because I really wanted to utilize these shelves. Again, these shelves have never really been utilized to their full capacity. Things just get thrown on them because no bins fit in it. So you can see it's completely empty, and I decided from there, I didn't have bins yet, so I should start pulling things out of the Christmas side of the storage unit. Now I'm assuming many of you, if you have a storage space like this that you use for holiday decorations, things like that, you may not always be the person that's putting away those items. So this is a slew of two of us putting items away. Definitely the Christmas decorations were put away by my husband, who I'm so thankful he is always willing to help. And then I'm headed up.
Oh yeah?
Then we finished dinner. There's a lion in here!
Get him out!
Ah!
Ah!
A raccoon!
He's gonna bite you!
That's not a raccoon, that's a lion!
No. Yeah.
That's a lion, not a raccoon. Oh. You must watch for lions when cleaning out the storage room. Oh, the supervisor is back. You can see her back there. I started moving everything out. So you can see I'm just pulling things off those shelves. Nothing's really, it's all like a mishmash of everything. And what I was doing on this side, so the other side, this side actually has more larger storage shelves. So I'm getting as much out as I can, remembering that I still have to get stuff put back in as well and don't have a ton of space to be organizing. Well, I took over my whole downstairs. What am I talking about? I have tons of space to organize all this stuff before it gets put back in. But again, this turned into one of those projects. I thought, hey, I'll take the evening to put the Halloween stuff back, put away really nice. And then it turned into like a 2-week project. Why that happens, I don't know, but it sure does. I do have another, I have my second helper, Owen, there, and then our third helper, Leia. So that is Princess Leia, who Owen is by, and she is actually our oldest. As you see all of our animals and kids, she is our original baby. So I had a whole shelf that was just gift bags. So I worked threw them all into a bin and moved on from there. And again, it was a lot of testing which bins were going to work on which shelves. So this is a quick rundown of my husband's office. He absolutely loved when I started this project, and it all trickled into his office and the lower hallway. And of course, our main family room area was completely overtaken. But you can see all of my bins arrived fairly quickly. So I ordered bins from both Walmart.com and Lowe's.com. So Lowe's actually had the bins that are in my hand right now. They're the perfect size for the shelves. And I was able to get 6 from like 6 that were left at a few Lowe's in the area. So I was very excited that I was able to get my hands on them. So then it was just, again, taking all of our decorations, figuring out what bins they would work in. Those smaller bins didn't fit a ton of stuff. And we really have Halloween and Christmas are the 2 holidays I decorate the most for. I really go all out. We used to have a Halloween party every year, and we're hoping to start doing that again because I love Halloween so much. What was also in that closet was not just decorations. We have old tax paperwork. There was so much stuff. It was unbelievable. So here I'm just trying to kind of switch out a Easter decorations. I don't have a ton of Easter decorations, but I do have some. So it was just kind of trying to figure out which bin would work for that. Maneuvering around a camera in a small doorway. So I didn't necessarily use this time as to go through those lights to see what would work. I assume they all work, or to untangle them. I figured that's a next year problem. And then I found these were all the baby clothes I had thrown in here in bins. And so I am not ready to get rid of the baby clothes because I actually would still love to have another baby. But we don't know if that's not in the cards or not. So I haven't been able to get myself to let go of the clothes yet. So it's probably something I have to think about and start going through, because that's a lot of baby clothes that my son has outgrown. And then the crib I wanted to just put in storage as well. So it's just all going behind the baby clothes. And that's where all the Halloween decorations once were. And what I noticed when I watched the playback footage of this is I could have really used a belt, apparently, because my pants kept falling down. And now over here, I'm using as some overflow for entertaining dishes that I have. If you've watched some of my other videos, you know that I have a lot of Tupperware. So this is some personal Tupperware that I use when we have parties during the summer. And then I also was testing which beaters worked, because I had several beaters, because I used to do cookie decorating parties or cookie making parties. So again, I didn't have room to pull everything out of this side of the storage unit, so I pulled what I had to kind of start putting some Halloween away, and then I just worked in sections, basically clearing all of these items out. So these green bins, when I talked about memorabilia, this is all from high school. In fact, if you went to high school with me, you might be in some of those pictures. And just kind of as I would start to go through it, I was like, oh, I remember this. And I found an old teddy bear. That's actually like the teddy bear I grew up with. And some other things. That is my senior class photo. So those are all the people I graduated with. So if you're watching this, hello. We had baby gates. I mean, so there's a lot of stuff I'm not ready to let go of. Now, all this Christmas stuff is because, again, these bins do not fit in the shelving units because they're drilled in and permanent. So all of these bins are going to go. A lot of them just went out to the garage as we were getting ready to decorate for Christmas. So it's kind of a nice transition, getting rid of the Halloween stuff. And in the meantime, because this project took so long, we ended up putting up Christmas stuff. So it really worked perfect. So Halloween got moved to this section. It has its whole section right to the right of the screen, and I labeled as many things as I could for next year. And then next year I'm planning on paring down a few things, but if anything was broken, I did get rid of it this year. And then again, I'm just kind of testing to see where these bins are going to work, because this section is going to be Christmas, and I know I pulled all the larger bins out, so I'm just making sure I put like those bins as holders and I don't fill them with stuff that will not work or that I have to get out of there or remove from the bins, because it is just for Christmas on that side. So those bins I will be taking down Christmas and putting them in there. And of course, the vacuum loves to eat toes. I don't know if your vacuum likes to eat toes at your house, but at our house, ooh, the vacuum loves toes. And I just made sure, so one side is carpeted and one side is like a linoleum. In the back there used to be, I believe the previous owner had like a gun safe or something. So it kind of damaged just stained the floor almost. So I was not ready to go through any of that stuff from growing up, pictures, all that. So I just stuck it back in the bins, back in the back corner. So again, Christmas is going to go right in this section. And then Halloween has taken up, I take that back, memorabilia in the back section, baby stuff over here, and then Halloween. There is some Halloween stuff that just does not fit on the shelves, like those pretty awesome candelabras. They are huge and heavy and absolutely perfect for Halloween. They look awesome. And I had Valentine's stuff, and then some cookie decorating stuff is going on these other shelves. And then this again is all like memorabilia, mainly from me, but there's I think one bin that my husband has, but mainly that's all mine. I'm a keeper of that kind of thing. So I did want to have easy access to our luggage, so I'm putting the luggage back on this side. I do think knowing it's we might find some other spaces for that eventually, but to get it out of our workspace, I did put it back. And then I worked on clearing my husband's office so he could have the room back. So this is kind of, both of our offices are both guest rooms / offices. Oh, and this is, so if you see, this is a life-size witch. And she's so awesome. My mom and I found her years ago at a Goodwill. And she used to be electronic. She doesn't make any noise or anything. She just looks really cool. And this year, my husband decided to play a trick on me. And he pulled out all of the Halloween decorations for me one night when I was out. Because he knew I wanted to get up Halloween and it was hard to get back to it in the storage unit. So he took all the bins out for me so I could decorate one day. And I was so excited. But he took this witch and put her in my bed. And then he went to a buddy's house, and I happened to see the witch before, like as I was walking by the room, like I happened to see like there was a big, lump in my bed. So I figured something was up. So it didn't startle me when I went and pulled back the sheets and the witch was in my bed. So that night I moved it to our bathroom and just stuck it in the tub so it would be out of the way, and so my son wouldn't see it, so it wouldn't like scare him. And the next day I forgot about it. The next day, so my husband stayed at a buddy's house. He came home and I had forgotten that it's in the bathroom, and it actually startled him because he opened the bathroom door and it's in our bathtub. And he's like, "You got me with the witch." And I was like, "Oh man, I forgot about the witch." And he goes, "Oh, let's show Owen." And I was like, "Wait, we don't want to scare him." So we explained to Owen that there is a witch, and she's just a fun decoration, and it's nothing to be afraid of. But when he sees her, she might be a little startling. So he went in the room and he really liked her. It was super exciting. So now moving on, our next door neighbors were moving, and they gave Owen this blow up inflatable kitty cat that he absolutely loved. And he'd walk the previous Halloween, he'd walk by have me go out every day to go and pet the kitty and see the kitty. And he loved the kitty. So when they were moving, they gifted the kitty to him. And he was so excited. And I always have him name things. So I said, "Oh, Owen, what's the kitty's name?" And he's like, "Wizard." So we have this big inflatable cat in our front lawn named Wizard. And then when we brought the witch out, I said, "Oh, Owen, you have to name the witch. What's the witch? And now, what's the witch's name going to be?" Now, I will tell you, Wizard is the first thing in our home of anything he has named that has been something other than Nemo. Everything is named Nemo. His stuffed animals are all Nemo. If we get a decoration, he names it Nemo. Everything is named Nemo. In fact, I have big spider decorations that I hang on the banisters. They're all Spider Nemo. They're all Nemo. So I figured the witch was going to be Nemo. And I said, "What are you gonna name the witch? She needs a name." And he goes, "Allie." Yes, my son picked the cat's name to be Wizard, and then instead of Nemo, which he has named everything else in our home, he names the witch Allie. And my husband cracked up. He thought it was the best thing he's ever heard. And for the entire Halloween season, we would go outside to pet Wizard, the kitty, and to talk to Witch Allie on the front step. So it was absolutely funny, and I love that story, and it's one of those things that everyone says you need to write down. So I am making it right here in this video. My son named a witch decoration after his mommy. So anyway, I still laugh at even thinking about it. Witch Allie. Every day he'd say, "Hi, Witch Allie." It was pretty adorable. At the same time, my husband thought it was absolutely hilarious. And I didn't think it was that funny at first, but now it is pretty cute. So a few things, back to our storage room. Few things I did order while I was doing this is some gift wrapping organizers. I ordered 3. These are the 2 I kept. One is for rolls of paper, and then it has some pockets on the side for ribbon or tape or anything like that. And then one that's specifically for gift bags. And if you remember, I had a whole shelf full of gift bags, filled it into a huge bin. I ended up getting rid of some things. And then the blue bin that I have right there, I have bows, scissors, tape. And I have double-sided tape, regular tape, and gift tags. So whenever I go to wrap a gift, and I prefer wrapping gifts. Oh, there's Witch Allie. There's a better view of her. I prefer to wrap gifts in gift wrap, especially for kids, because I think they have more fun with it. But I just have to grab that blue bin. It has my scissors. It has my tape. I never have to search for anything. And if I can recommend doing anything with your gift wrap, it's to have a bin that has scissors, has tape, have it stocked so that you would never have to search the house when you're trying to wrap a gift. Because if you are like me and you are a domestic wannabe, you don't have that gift wrapped 5 days in advance. You ran to the store an hour before the party, picked up a gift, and now you're trying to throw it all together. And that's when gift bags, I think, come in really handy for myself. But again, if it's especially a little kid, I think gift wrapping is so much more fun because as a kid, I loved ripping open that paper. So that's just my personal opinion there. But those 2 hanging gift wrap things came in so handy. I have everything all together, and they're both really nice. I will link them below because I think they're fantastic. The gift bags, I did end up having to just get rid of some bags because it just didn't fit. I had so many gift bags. So here is, Lollipop is back, of course. So I was really getting quite a bit done here. My hallway is what is still full of stuff. If you watch my toy videos, those are some of the bins I had put toys in to move them out of the toy room. There's gift bags I'm not keeping. Oh, and then here's all the Christmas decorations, and Halloween still hasn't exactly all been put away. So I had a lot to do still at this point. But Christmas got put out, so this is me just kind of moving some of the decorations upstairs. So, and then this was actually a bin full of things I set aside for when we had kids and then forgot about. So there's some good gifts in there for Owen. And then what I had decided to do is any of our outdoor, so we have been storing all of our Halloween, both indoor and outdoor, in the storage room. And I've decided that outdoor decorations were going to be moved to our garage. So if you just watched my most recent garage video, you actually saw some of the piles or the bins that are filled with Halloween and Christmas decorations that are going to be stored out there. But they're right now in the middle of the garage because I haven't been able to get out there yet. But I used the larger bins that we had. I continue to use those for those decorations. And then that bin is all Halloween decorations. When I say I love Halloween, I have some pretty epic costumes because I would save up to invest in those costumes at Halloween when I was younger. So those are all Halloween decorations. I think I still have everything in that bin. I've decided I would go through them next Halloween and probably whittle them down because let's face it, some of them probably don't fit at all anymore. Now, all of these photo frames came from the playroom closet. I had moved them all downstairs to get them out of the way. I'm not great at hanging photos. I get a little nervous about picking a permanent spot for them. So they are down there, and I'm going to be making another video of actually utilizing those photo frames and getting those family photos and things up. Toys went back up to the playroom. This is just a mishmash of stuff. I think that brown bag is a bunch of like little baby toys. These were decorations. That little bow was my dog's. Oh, more Halloween costumes. There was a little bow that was a Christmas bow for our dog Rascal. And this room is where I actually have all of our like different, because for one of my businesses, I keep our tax records. I keep our personal tax records. It just seemed like a good place just to put miscellaneous paperwork. Those other bins, you guys, one of those has like documents and stuff from college. I really need to go through them, but when I tackle projects like this and I'm moving items around, sometimes it is just easier to pick the project I'm working on initially and pick going through old paperwork like college documents, saving them for another day and just tucking them away in a space like I just did. So that closet needs to be done pretty soon. So here is our post-Christmas. We had gone on a vacation and my husband put stuff back. I wasn't very happy. When I walked down here, I'm going to be honest, I had put so much time into this room that I had told my husband, I was like, oh, this isn't going to work. If you're going to continue to put things away for me, they need to be put back the way I want them. And he's like, oh, we were just leaving on vacation. It just had to get put in there. And I was like, well, that's what happened last year. So this is me going back in there, pulling everything he put in there, pulling it out. These 3 boxes were his things. So I gave him empty bins and I said, I don't care what you keep. but the boxes can't come back in here. It's only clear bins in this space. So that big green bin actually had outdoor Christmas items in there. Those are, again, those Halloween costumes. Went through a few straggling Christmas decorations. I also hit up Michael's at like 80 and 90% off Christmas stuff. So I've got more stuff for next year. That's what I'm putting away right here. Hit a great deal there. So I had to find a space for all of that stuff. Just putting all the stuff that kind of didn't get put where it needed to be at the end of the season. Valentine's is getting put away as well, because this is now post Valentine's as well. And I found a home for those, container and a place that they will live. And then I also have just tons of cookie cutters for both Christmas and Halloween, and I just kind of kept them together. And then again, just putting things back the way, so they're in a final home. This bin mostly was outdoor lighting, so it went out to the garage. And then this is the final result of storage room. Now remember, it is a storage room, so not everything is going to be perfect, but I'll continue to whittle it down with each holiday that passes. Halloween and Christmas are on these two shelves. When I said it was a great storage room, it really is when you can actually see it, right? I'm going to be doing another video with all these photos and pictures because I have to get some stuff up. I've got my gift wrap right here, all of Owen's baby stuff, like all baby stuff, maternity stuff up on top, a few things that just need places to fit. There's room to grow on this side. I have empty shelves. I have Easter, Valentine's, cookie decorating, cookie baking, and then our memorabilia, things like that I did not go through. Those kind of have a home there, and I'm not ready to go through them just yet. From myself and Witch Alley, thank you for watching. I hope you really had a good time. And if you like this content, please again hit that subscribe button.